Philosophy starting now. Okay, we're going to stream alert that. Get that out there. Boom, bang, boom, bada bing. Okay, this is important. This is a good philosophy. I have a really, really good one. It's very, very short and sweet. And it's going to cause you guys to think about some stuff. Okay, I think I kind of just want to give you, it has to do a little bit related to Easter. Easter was yesterday. I kind of forgot it was Easter, and that was something wild, actually, if you guys think about this. See, this was a philosophy I thought about where I was like, damn, the world is really changing right now. Yesterday was one of the first Easters in a long, long time that Easter wasn't it wasn't celebrated like it was in this huge church, and everybody was going, and everybody was together, and people walking around. It's kind of like the first ever Easter. The first time, I'm thinking about 1 year after Jesus died, the first Easter was probably like that, And it's kind of weird. So I think that's a first time, and that was the first part I thought about. But I kind of want to talk about a few different parts. One is going to be related to you guys, okay? And one is related to kind of the story leading up to everything. And I'm really excited, actually. So let me I don't know how I'm going to start this. I don't know if I start it with the killer, with the big kicker, or if I lead you guys into it. Because I'm gonna start with the kicker. I'm gonna give it to you. That's good. That's fine. We need to focus on. I'm gonna just full send it. I'm gonna just hit you with it. You know what I'm saying? I think you need it. Okay. Here's the title of this. Fishers of men. Okay? You're a fisher of men. I love it. I love that line. And it's going to have to do with Peter. Mr. Peter, the guy who denied Jesus. That's one of Jesus' disciples. He was a cult member. He was totally, he had the wrench and everything, but then he ended up flipping, but that's what happened. So what happened was, at first, when Jesus met Peter, he literally just came up to him and was like, yo, can I use your boat? Do you realize how weird that is? That's like the equivalency of if somebody came up to you today and was like, yo, can I borrow your car? And you're like, what? And he's like, nah, man, like, I'm the Messiah. I'm here to save everybody. I'm what you guys have been waiting for. I'm God. You'd be like, huh? What? But Peter was a nice guy. Peter was you could tell his spirit. He was really, really helping. He was like, all right, word. He's like, you need my boat? I got you. That's straight. But this is the part. This is the part for you, okay? Don't get caught up. I know you guys, I'm going to lose some of you with the Bible talk. But if put yourself in a win-win, right? You may get something out of this, and I hope you do. This is the point. Because Peter was what's it called? He was a fisher. That's what he was. He was a fisherman. And he said, can I use your Lexus? And he goes up to him, and then pretty much at the end of the day, Jesus tells him, he says, you are fishing for fish now. You are going to be a fisher of men. And I thought that, I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. But here's the point. This is what I'm getting at for you guys. I could spend a lot of time philosophizing, whatever you want to call it. But this one's just for you. He's saying you're fishing now, but you could be fishing for something bigger. He's pretty much saying you could do exactly what you're doing now, but you could do it bigger. Y'all don't feel me, huh? Y'all don't feel me? Should I stop right there? Did a spark just get set? I don't think you guys feel me. No, y'all don't feel me. I hope that hit. I don't know, because when I heard that with that take on it, I was like, huh. No way. I said continue. Continue. Yes, exactly. I should elaborate. What did he just say? He said, you're doing something. He said, you're fishing right now. Peter was a fisher. Peter had a fishing boat. His first encounter with Jesus was literally, Jesus was like, oh yeah, you think you catch fish? He said, throw the net over there. Watch what happens. And then Peter's like, whoa. But then Jesus like, nah, man, you're doing something right now. You're fishing. Yes, we get that. You're already fishing, but I'm going to have exactly what you're doing, but you're going to do it bigger. You're going to keep fishing, but not how you think. And that's what blew my mind. That's what made me think about Easter. That's what I was really, and then we'll talk a little bit more on this, but that's what I started thinking about you guys. Some of you now, you're entering the game. For some of you, you know what you need to do? You're entering the game. The number one thing you have to start doing moving forward now is realize you're going to start doing something that you've already done. The difference was you need to change your outlook. You need to think bigger. You need to find what you were already doing, but there's some, and you don't even need to find it. You just got to look at it differently. You see what I'm saying? It's already there. You just have to start fishing for something a little bit bigger than the fish. So you don't feel me on that. It's cool. Here's the point I'm trying to get at for you guys, okay? This is what I want, and I thought about this, and then I thought about my life, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Because y'all don't feel me yet. This will get you. This will make sure everything will make perfect sense for you. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Your history, okay? Your history and what you've already done in your past is a glimpse of your destiny. Damn. Should I say that again? Your history is a glimpse of your destiny. That's what it was in that situation. Jesus ends up dying. Peter, they carried the torch. But it's not like they took Peter. It's not like Peter was a fisher and he's like, okay, I want you to go make some metal and I want you to go do this. He said, no. He said, you're going to do what you've already done. You were already prepared for it. You were just immature. That's it. Most of you guys, some of you made your first $100,000. Guess what? That was either going to be your destiny or that's going to be your history. That was either you needed to learn from it, and what got you there, you just need to step it up to a different level to handle more. He's not going to put you into something there. I could elaborate. You're past me. You're like, wait, I don't get it. My past is opposite. Exactly. But don't ever, that's the whole point. God in life, in everything. This is why I've said it. You're not going to get this at one point. And that's why I said I look back at success. When you hit it, you're going to be like, damn, that literally prepared me for this. It equipped you for it. So pretty much nothing happened in the past for no reason. You acquired a skill. You were doing something back then that if you tweak it a little bit, like think about it, you were probably hustling. Some of you guys, you were selling drugs. That's what some people said. They're like, damn, and it's not like you weren't selling. Yeah, your destiny is not to be a drug dealer. But what you did, maybe you should be selling hope instead. You see that? Maybe you just needed to take what you learned from that, allegedly, and then flip that into something else. Some of you guys were pencil pushers, and you're like, "Oh, this can't be it. I've been working at a desk my whole life. How am I going to do this?" But it was taking that skill of balance sheets and what you learned and how meticulous you were. You just needed to do it. You just needed to know the right piece of information to now turn that from I'm working for somebody to now I own my own business. I hope you feel me on this. I really hope you do. Because I heard this and it blew my mind. When I looked at it, and usually a lot of things in the past, even the stuff I didn't like, it usually prepared me for what I was going to do. I was just immature. I just didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what it could be. I didn't know how to use it the right way. Everything. And that's why I think a lot of you are. You have the potential. You have this, but now you need to look ahead. The quote is that your history is a glimpse of your destiny. Simple as that. You've gone through something. You were in the past of something, and it was kind of your weird foundation. Some of you haven't realized it yet. And maybe there's some I haven't realized yet, but when I look back, I'm like, damn, I am pretty much doing stuff that I did, but it just changed. It just how I've looked for it, how I've aimed, what I've set it up for. That was changed. Some of you, your history was trading stocks, but it was penny stocks. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that maybe your penny stocks isn't your destiny, but this aspect of being obsessed with the market, being into the market, that could be it. You see, it could be a bunch of different things. But the point is, something you've went through was there, and that it's going to lead you to where you're supposed to be. But most of you are doing what you're doing now. You're doing what you're supposed to be, but on a lower scale. You haven't evolved into it. You haven't gotten to the point, and that's why I love experience. That's why I'm telling you guys, whether you make money or you lose something, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to get to see that position that you're in and be able to say, hey, this is my destiny or my history here. I'm learning something from this now. I'm taking this to a different level, or I did something that got me here. I just wasn't mature enough to handle it. And once I'm mature, now once you look at, think about it, you make $100,000 in a week. If you made $100,000 in a week and lost $100,000, the next time it happens, you're going to be like, no, I know what $100,000 means. You see what I'm saying? Some people, you made money so quick and it happened so quick, you didn't understand the value of it, and that's okay. It was new to you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what you did got you somewhere, but you couldn't hold it, and that's okay. Because now what's going to happen, give it a few months, give it a few years even, and then you're going to be like, damn, if only I had $10,000. If I had $20,000, I could have done this. So now the next time you come across a blessing like that, exactly, it's a glimpse of the future. You see just a glimpse, and then you're going to look at it, but then you're like, no, I know now. You're like, I'm literally wise. You're literally wiser. It's not because Josh said a philosophy. It's not because you heard some stupid fucking Instagram shit. Nah, it was literally because you were there. You lived through it. You had a lot when you mentally had a little, and then you had to go get a little bit, and then that raised your mentality. And now when you come across what you believe your destiny was. Isn't that funny? You all think, I know this is for me. I'm supposed to get this. I know I'm going to have this. Well, yeah, but are you working within the confines of how the blessing should come to you? Because you got it. You thought it was a blessing it was a blessing you got it. It was a blessing you lost it. But now, right when you come back again, now you're prepared this time. You see what I'm saying? So now, you see, that's what I laugh at, because some of you, whether you make money or lost money, I don't know. What do you think the world? I'll say the world for some of you, for the others who believe in God. Like, do you think God really took you this far just to take it away from you? Like, honestly, like, do you think God is like some guy in the sky with a magnifying glass burning the ants and just like, do you know? I always ask people like that, like, especially when you're ready to come into something big, man. And I'm ready to do stuff. I'm ready to make change. It's like, do you think God is in the business of taking things away from people? If I didn't know any better, I would say that's the devil came to seek, kill, destroy, remove things, eliminate it. But I don't think God is in the game of taking things away. I really don't. You see? Now, some people believe that. You see, I love it. Me and God, he fulfills whatever I believe in. You see, so when I believe God is evil and coming against me, I look around, I'm like, damn, my world is crashing around me. But then when I'm like, damn, God is, no, I know, he's not going to he didn't take me this far to he didn't give you a TLT play just so that you could get hyped up and then that he could pull it away from you. God didn't do that. The world didn't do that. The world, if anything, that was tryouts. The world wanted to see. The world said, all right, let's throw out $200 million, spread it across 10,000 people. All right, nobody will shut up. Okay, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be rich. Okay, give it to them. Let's see what happens. And then everybody got different amounts. You got allocated a different amount based on your appetite and what you thought you wanted and what you could handle. And then everybody got it. And then now, a few weeks later go by, that's the world saying, okay, we wanted to see now who would keep it, but then that's just the first round of tryouts. A few months from now, we'll test again. You see? So that's what's happening here. But it's not like the world does that to punish you. God doesn't do that to punish you. The whole idea is by putting you through that right here, right? It's better to put you through that now, so when the real moment comes, you're going to be ready. I've already went through this moment. You see what I'm saying? I've been through this moment. That's why I kept all my money. I kept most of it. We lost like 40, 50 grand. I kept a lot more than that, though. But I've been through this. I've done it before. And then I've seen different things that have caused the market to crash and do all this. So the next time it happens, I'm now prepared for stuff. And there's still stuff I'm unprepared for that I'm just getting prepared for. And that's what's going to happen with you guys. It doesn't matter what I say. Screw this now. Go hit another lick off one of these plays in 6 months, a year, who knows. But the difference is going to be, you're not even going to think about what I say. It doesn't even matter what Josh says. You know why? Because you have experience. Yes, it's better to lose 2K now. Exactly. But now you have experience. You don't care. Your life has shown you it. What you did in the past has led you up to this moment. So that's what I'm saying. And now, too, use this whole philosophy to be very productive. And this is what I'm saying. Don't let a negative experience turn you away from your gift. Some of you guys are good at stuff. Some of you guys are genuinely good at trading. You just think too much. That's the problem. Some of you have really good talents and you have good business ideas and you could do stuff, but you don't understand business or trading. The fact that it didn't happen to you instantly, that's the problem. You're really talented, but you're just really impatient. So what I'm saying is, don't lose sight of what you have coming. And understand this is preparing you, and then focus and be productive by focusing on the skills that you have. Focus on what you've been prepared for. This is what I said the other day. Don't, everybody right now, and I see it, man, and I laugh now. The fact that you start seeing advertisements, I've been seeing more and more trading advertisements, more and more advertise. The more they start advertising, I usually see that's the more they're worried. That's how I equate it to. But it's funny because now all these guru advertisements, people are like, now's the time to learn something. Now the economy's getting bad. Now this is happening. Now's the time. Now is the time to learn something. Now's the time to learn how to trade and do. I say, no, not at all. From an economic standpoint, why do you think America is in the problem we're at now? Because we can't just make factories and bring all of this stuff home. It's too late for that. It's too late for you to create your factory. It's not. And now is the time to focus on what you have. Now is the time to focus on the skill that has already made you money in life. You need to tweak it to turn that into something that's going to make you more. Your history is a glimpse of what's going to get you out of this. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think now is the time to learn when now nobody's making money. Now it's a real fight for income, and now people don't have, now's not the time to spend money to learn. Now's not the time to go pick up something brand new. No, now is the time to go back to the gifts and talents you have. Now is the time to focus on the skills you should have been cultivating or whatever, anything you got. Use that, but not to do new. And that's what I'm saying here with this whole thing, is that what you've been through is going to lead you somewhere, and focus on that and understand that you could tweak that and turn that into something very, very different and cultivate your skills. Amen. Amen. So that's the first part. And I'll finish it up with this last part. And I think it relates head to head or back and forth. And the part it was Peter. It was Peter again. And this was right before, this has to do with Easter. So, right before Jesus died, he came and talked to them. And this part I thought was funny, because Jesus is talking to him, and then they're like, yo, Jesus, like, he even asked him, he's like, do you know who I am? And then they said to him, they're like, well, people say you're this, people say you're that, people say you're this. And they were even asking him at that point. And then the funniest part isn't it funny, the guy who denied him in the midst of all of it, Peter, the other disciples didn't know what to answer. And they were talking about other people. And then Peter's like, oh yeah, you're Jesus. You're God. I know that for sure. And that's a funny one, because this is what I'll tell you guys. It's just like that's what Jesus was pretty much asking him. He's like, do you know what you're dealing with right now? That's what I'm asking some of you guys. You see, they were following Jesus for 3 years. They saw him do all these miracles. And do you know what the funniest part was? If this doesn't tell you about society and life, and this was written 2,000 years ago, I don't know what will tell you anything. They saw this guy heal blind people, walk on water, do all of this stuff, and they still didn't know who he was. They still were confused. Why? They were more concerned with what other people had to say. They were more concerned with what other people had to say about this guy versus what they know than what they saw with their own eyes. Peter, ironically, the one who would deny him, was like, no. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. That's what I'm saying. I mean, look around you guys. Look at the opportunities. Look at every single thing that you see. While all of this is happening, are you going to listen to what other people have to say? Or are you just going to go with what you know? And then on top of that, let me just simply ask, do you know what you're dealing with? Simple as that. How many years and days and times are you going to be around this stuff? You know what I'm saying? How many of you got to see both TLTs, both different plays? You got to see the long term, but it's like, do you not see the opportunity around you? Do you not see what's happening with the world right now? Do you not see the difference between today and 3 months ago? Do you not see what's happening? Do you not see the opportunity that you have? The fact that, and that's what I'm saying, like, I don't care if anybody lost money or anything. I said this when it happened. This was a blessing. God is good, and, all glory to God. In 1 week, when the economy had the worst unemployment, you're telling me a group of people turned $500 into $50,000? We all got paychecks when people weren't working. That's a blessing. But did we know what we were dealing with? Even a month later, right now, wherever your account's at, whatever you have, your financial situation, do you know what you're dealing with? Do you know where we're at? Do you know the opportunity? Do you know the risk? Do you know that that things have changed very, very big? So that's what I'm asking. Do you know what you're dealing with? So that's what it was. And he knew what he was dealing with. And that was the best part. Peter knew. So I hope you know. And at the end of the day, I hope you know you're fishing right now, but your destiny is fishing for something bigger. With whatever behavior you're doing now, you're training yourself, believe it or not, for something bigger. And I hope you guys are ready for that. I hope you stay blessed and positive, and I hope you're looking at that in the future. You know what I'm saying? And I hope this is preparing you guys to be able to handle both your successes and your failures. Know what you're dealing with, and then know when something falls back, and it's a setback for it's really setting you up for something. But at the same time, it's on you to take the leap. You know what I'm saying? It's on you to now have confidence in yourself to shoot bigger. To not bigger, and that doesn't mean do bigger plays. It means aim bigger. You see what I'm saying? Nothing is aiming bigger like a long-term account, my friends. Honestly, go make nothing says I'm going to stay in the stock market and I'm going to get rich and I believe in it. And you see what I'm saying? Set up, be prepared. Show up like you're ready to receive something. You know what I'm saying? If I told you this is an event and I say, you go to Chick-fil-A, you dress up like a cow, you get a free meal, show up like you're ready to receive it. You better be dressed up like a cow. You better be ready to go. And nothing, expect it. Expect blessings. Expect to do things bigger. And that's what I need you guys to start doing here. And that's why, you don't have the time to be pissed off on what you lost instead of figuring out, oh my gosh, was what just happened preparing me for something way, way bigger I can't even imagine. You're thinking so small right now, you can't even imagine where this is supposed to lead you. Nobody does. No one knew what TLT was going to do. I didn't even know what the stream was going to do. And, when I bought Facebook 10 years ago, when I bought Amazon 5, 6, I did not know what it was going to do. You don't know what it's going to, you guys can't even, you're still thinking so small. You can't, if I came and I told you, if I came a year from the future, 2 years from the future and said 2 years, you're going to be like this, you would think I was lying to you. You wouldn't believe it. You see? So you got to just, so you don't know. You might be thinking so small you can't even fantasize how big it's going to be. So believe and aim bigger and know everything is part of your training. It's funny because even when those TLTs hit I said it the last time with everybody. I said, man, all the OG Colts, you guys have really been trained for this. Yeah, there's 5,000-6,000 people now. There was a time when there was a few hundred. There was a time when there was 1,000 people, and they were there every single day. And they got to learn every single day. And I said every single teaching led up to that. It literally led up to what happened, but you didn't know which one it was. You see what I'm saying? Like some of you were like, damn, this is the best philosophy. This is the best thing. But like, you don't know which one is going to help you. You see what I'm saying? A bunch of these philosophies collectively at one point, it all came full circle at the right place at the right time. You were like, oh my gosh, yes. But you didn't know at the time. Isn't that funny? You didn't know when we were talking about when I said the blessing's going to happen, and it's going to happen. None of you were going to, you didn't know when it was going to happen. You didn't know how it was going to feel like. You didn't know that, man, like you would have 10, 20 different philosophies in the back of your mind. You didn't know. It all came to, you couldn't have even forecasted that. So that's what I'm saying. Take it in, expect something, but you don't know what to expect. And be open about it and just get ready and understand you got something bigger, and it is a humbling moment. It's a humbling experience, and it's going to lead to more and more, but you just don't know. So keep your eyes open. Patience paid off. Keep your eyes open, be ready, and just soak it all in, man. Okay? Saying a blessing, I had a son this year. Bam. Amen. Congrats too, bro. That's awesome. That's exciting. First TLT was literally 6 months of straight learning. Everything occurred, shattered my life. It's crazy. And now it's like, what could happen with this? And then now you learn something. Some of you came into this game, you didn't even know what a long-term was. You didn't even know what a drip was. And now you do. You see what I'm saying? 5 months from now, a year ago, you wouldn't have forecasted that you would have been into dividend investment stocks. You wouldn't have been forecasting like, damn, I'm going to compound the shit out of this, and I'm going to go after, real estate investment trusts, and what the fuck is Abiva? You know what I'm saying? You didn't even care. You weren't even tapped in like that. Now you are. So what else is, you keep surprising yourself. I keep surprising myself. So what's going to happen? We don't know. But you're prepared, and you're getting prepared, and everything that happens is preparing you. So run it up. Run it up, my friends. Run it up, and I really hope you guys are good, So I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are blessed, and I hope you're getting prepared for something. And I hope you guys are expecting it, and just understand, your history is a glimpse into your destiny. And, focus that, your destiny. I think that's a big, big thing. Destiny, your purpose, where you guys are supposed to be. Some of you want something so bad that you believe it's your destiny. Well, you're getting a glimpse of it now, and stop getting mad that you're getting a glimpse of your fucking destiny. You see what I'm saying? Literally, right now, someone said, my purpose apparently is to get fucked. Before you even said that, I said, stop getting mad at a glimpse of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you would be better off. I understand it. Some of you would have been better off if you were just surprised. But you're getting a glimpse into it. Look and learn. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you something. Don't be getting mad that you're getting to see like, oh, I made this money and lost it. Like, it just showed you what's possible. It showed you what you can do. It showed you what you did with your own two hands. And it showed you what could happen, but it's saying you could have this, but not under these circumstances. You're going to have to change some things. And until you learn that, you won't come into your destiny. And that's what happens. So you can't find a passion or a purpose. I think you do. I see you in here. I've seen that name before. If you're trying and you do something consistently, there you go. That's both passion and purpose. Doesn't mean it has to work out is how you expect. That would even show more passion and purpose. If anything. Don't get mad, get E-Trade. Yes. I've been poor my whole life. My destiny shows no hope. Not at all. Maybe you had to be poor your whole life to understand that so that you could change the next 10 generations of your family. Maybe you had to be poor your whole life and actually understand the true struggle so you could invent something that'll fix that for people just like you. See, when you go fix your problem, you've been broke your whole life and you feel like you have no hope. Let me tell you something. You fix that problem. I know a lot of people in that situation. So if you fix that problem, not only will you become extremely successful, you'll help a lot of people out. So stop focusing, oh man, I can't do this. Maybe you were called to solve that problem. Maybe that's your purpose. Maybe that is your destiny, to figure out that problem for everybody. And until you got a glimpse, until you knocked it out, and then one day you're going to be like, yeah, I used to think this my whole life. Then I just changed up. I had a different thought. And then I did this. And then I figured out how to do this. And then I built this in my community. And then I showed this. And now we don't have this. And it was never like that again. Yeah, that sounds deep, right? That sounds realistic. You know why? That's what happened to the CEO of Home Depot. That's what happened to Howard Schultz. That's what happened to Jeff Bezos. All of them, 30, 40, 50 years old. Starbucks CEO, Home Depot, they were both homeless. Homeless in 40s. Morgan Freeman, actor. These are all fucking memes. You've seen this before. We could explain all of this. That's the real life truth of it. So it's how you look at it. You see? If you look at it that it's hopeless, there will be no hope, somebody's going to be bred in that situation, and they're going to be bred in that for the purpose of fixing it. That's what it is. I think a lot of people are born in every situation they're in to fix it. And that's pretty much what's happening. So it's on you. Pursuit of happiness. That's a good, exactly. Your TOS just went down. Mine still says it's up. It doesn't look like my prices are moving, though. So, there you go. I'll leave you with that. I love you all. God bless you. That is your philosophy.